Attention passionate Buffalo, Billsfans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, I don't know about you, but when I first heard whispers about a trade involving Jalen Waddle moving from the Miami Dolphins to the Buffalo Bills, my jaw dropped. I mean, this isn't just a small move, this is a blockbuster, a real game changer that could shake up the entire AFC landscape. And if you're a Bills fan, you know how exciting this is. Waddle, a player with elite speed, with explosiveness that's hard to match, coming to Buffalo. That's like adding a turbocharger to an already potent offense. But let's take a step back and analyze what this really means, not just for the Bills, but for the entire division and the league as a whole. The rumors suggest that Buffalo is finalizing a trade that would send Jalen Waddle to the Bills in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026. That's right, next year's draft, and a high pick at that. The Dolphins, meanwhile, are clearly in a rebuild mode, sitting at 1-5, and they're prioritizing future assets, especially picks to snag a franchise quarterback down the line. They're also looking to free up cap space, around $15 million, by moving Waddle, who has been a key piece for them, especially with their offensive struggles this season. Miami's defense has been leaking points, allowing roughly 28 points per game, and the decision to trade Waddle signals that they're betting on a new direction, focusing on cap flexibility and draft capital to build for the future. And if we focus on Waddle, what are we really talking about here? The guy is a two-time Pro Bowler with a top 40 ESPN ranking for 2025, and he's a true explosive playmaker. Over his career, he's accumulated around 200 receiving yards with 24 touchdowns, averaging nearly 14 yards per reception and boasting a 91.2 overall PFF grade. His production this season has been solid, with 31 receptions, 452 yards, and 4 touchdowns up to mid-October. His average of 14.6 yards per reception and a YAC, yards after catch, of 7.1 puts him among the top in the league, top 10 among wide receivers. And he's shown flashes of being a game breaker, especially in Week 3 when he exploded for 9 catches and 142 yards, including a 68-yard touchdown that had defenses scrambling. And let's not forget, Waddle's speed is one of his defining traits. Running a blazing 4.38 40-yard dash, he evokes comparisons to some of the league's most dynamic deep threats, like Tyreek Hill, who has been a nightmare for defenses over the past few seasons. Waddle's ability to stretch the field and make plays downfield is almost unmatched. And now, imagine him lining up alongside Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen. This could be a combination that turns the Bills' offense into an unstoppable juggernaut. His presence will open up so many options, especially in the red zone, where Buffalo's TD rate currently hovers around 55%. Adding a deep threat like Waddle means defenses will have to pick their poison, which could lead to a significant boost in scoring opportunities and overall offensive efficiency for the Bills. But the Dolphins' side of things is just as interesting. They're in a rebuilding phase, and they're clearly making smart moves to set themselves up for the future. Moving Waddle frees up cap space, which they can allocate towards extending Tua Tagovailoa, a quarterback they're trying to build around for the long term. Tua, with a cap hit expected to be around $40 million in 2026, is a key piece of their puzzle, and Miami wants to put together a more sustainable, balanced team. Their current focus on draft picks, especially the first-rounder in 2026, signals that they're willing to sacrifice some immediate explosiveness for long-term stability. But the risk here is real. Without Waddle's speed and playmaking ability, their offense might struggle to generate the same level of explosive plays, especially considering their defense isn't exactly stifling, allowing 28 points per game. Their secondary has had issues, and without that speed demon Waddle, their passing game could become more predictable, exposing their weaknesses. Now let's get back to the impact on the Bills. Adding Waddle to an already talented offense is a massive boost. Think about it. Khalil Shakir has been showing promise, with a PFF grade of 86.3, and the projection is that he'll reach around 200 yards this season. With Waddle's speed stretching the field, the defense will have to respect the deep ball more, which means more room for Allen to operate, especially in the red zone where Buffalo has been pretty efficient but can always improve. His addition could increase their EPA, expected points added, per pass by around 16%, and that's a game changer. Right now, the Bills' red zone touchdown rate is at 55%, and with Waddle's ability to make plays downfield, that percentage could go even higher, turning more drives into scores. And what about the run game? Well, with defenses having to dedicate extra attention to Waddle and Diggs, James Cook's running lanes could open up even more. Currently averaging around 5 yards per carry, Cook would benefit greatly from the extra space. It's this kind of multi-dimensional threat that turns a good team into a legit Super Bowl contender. And speaking of contenders, the projections for Buffalo's future are looking even brighter. The odds for the Bills to win Super Bowl LXI have already skyrocketed from +4.0 to +1.200, according to FanDuel, thanks to this potential acquisition. That's a huge shift, and it reflects the league's recognition of how much Waddle can elevate this team's chances, especially in the postseason. Waddle's explosiveness isn't just about pure speed. It's also about his ability to make big plays in clutch moments, which is exactly what the Bills need. His addition could evoke memories of Stefon Diggs' breakout season in 2020 when he became a league-wide sensation. If Waddle can replicate that kind of impact, the Bills' offense could be scoring even more points, and with their defense remaining solid, allowing only around 16 points per game, they could become one of the most dangerous teams in the league. Their roster is already deep, and this move would push them even closer to that perfect storm of talent, speed, and playmaking ability. Now, looking at the bigger picture, this trade isn't just about adding a player, it's a statement. The Bills are positioning themselves as serious contenders for the championship, especially with the playoffs approaching. Their offense, with Waddle, could see a +13-point increase in their scoring projection in postseason scenarios, meaning they're not just trying to make the playoffs, they're trying to dominate once they get there. The AFC is fierce, with teams like the Chiefs and Ravens still in the mix, but Buffalo's enhanced offense makes them a real threat to challenge for the crown. And let's not forget, the AFC East itself is on the brink of a power shift. The Dolphins, with their rebuild, might take a few years to get back to the top, especially without Waddle's explosive plays. Meanwhile, the Bills are pushing forward, aiming for back-to-back Super Bowl appearances. This kind of move demonstrates their ambition and willingness to go all in, reinforcing the idea that Buffalo isn't just a playoff team, they're a future champion in the making. So in conclusion, this potential trade for Jalen Waddle is more than just a roster move. It's a statement of intent. It signifies that the Bills are serious about winning now and into the future. It's about adding that missing piece, someone who can turn the tide in crucial moments, who can stretch defenses and open up the entire offense. For the fans, this is incredibly exciting news. It's a sign that the team is committed to competing at the highest level and that the best is yet to come. The AFC East is about to get even more competitive, and the Bills are positioning themselves right at the forefront of that battle. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Do you think Waddle is the perfect piece to push Buffalo over the edge? How do you see him fitting into that offense with Diggs and Allen? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills. This move could redefine the franchise's future, and I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Make sure you stay tuned because I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and everything you need to know about the Buffalo Bills in this incredible season. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Bills.